mannequin began. Later on, in 1947, British government, they give $47,000 prize for the person who will bring the head of mannequin began, live or dead. British government, because they say mannequin began is the terrorist #1 in the world. They have killed 91 innocent Britishers. Later on, after a few years, went with the American power, they occupied land, the Jewish organization. Later on in 1974, the Swedish peace community, they give Nobel Prize for peace to the same person, mannequin Begel. The person who was responsible for killing 91 Britishers as a proved record. Same person got Nobel Prize for peace. Same person became Prime Minister of Israeli state. Who are doing this? They know that somehow give this man a award for the what activity he has done. From where they got this award? By selling the weapons. I'm sorry to say. Sweden, why? There is big controversy by the Swedish Peace Committee. Even the Human Peace Committee of the Sweden. Why they give Barack Obama? 2 wars is still running under the leadership of Barack Obama. In Iraq and Afghanistan. And these 2 were still today suspected. 9/11, conspiracy theory. Weapons of mass destruction. There is no weapon. Still he is running, still a prize, peace prize. What activity did he did for the peace of mankind? Nothing. Still last week he is raising his voice, boasting in the international media. Iran became a security threat. Why? They want another war. They can run through Iran, they can kill another couple of million people so that they can make experiments on their bomb. I'm sorry to say that. This is their expert says. You know, Stephen Johnson. He's also another professor of engineering in University of Chicago. They say, look, clear-minded people, they sit and they plan all this planning. And we have to say to them, look, you don't know what is peace, what is justice. If you do like this, you will kill yourself later today or tomorrow. Because if you occupy the land by the power or by media, maybe day after tomorrow, somebody else will take your power by the use of force. It's possible. America is fighting for weapons. Maybe Russia will occupy. Maybe China will take over their power. Maybe India will take over their power. Maybe, we don't know. But we as a Muslim, we are with peace to humanity. We are not with weapons of mass destruction, nuclear weaponry, nothing. We say, look, let us live a peaceful life. That is what we want. We want justice. Do not kill us for unnecessary reason. If there is a problem in certain community, do whatever you like. But there is a way. United Nations is there. The other international community is there. Out of 198 countries in the world, 97% are against the Israeli occupation in Palestine. 97%. Why not United Nations, America and the NATO force is attacking Israel to give freedom to the Palestinians? Nobody raises these issues. Because America is selling their weapons. I'm sorry to say, even these states also sell their weapons. They have a very good the policy with the Israeli government, with the American government. So we have to say, Islam says, establish justice against yourself, against your mother, against your relatives, against your father, as a witness to the Creator. So we emphasize justice. We want justice. We don't want any war. We don't want anything that is injustice. If you can establish justice, there will not be any problem in any part of the world. Believe me, there will not be any problem. So this problem about enforcing another war, we must discourage. We must raise our voice. That is what I do. I can at least say to 100 people, 50 people, 1,000 people. You also do the same. Expert, we should encourage them. Now people are realizing these are all non-Muslim experts. They are rising. They look, you want another war, we can't let you to do that. Because this is unhuman. You are killing innocent human for unjust cause. Just because to sell your weapons, to dominate the well-rich countries, to destroy the innocent people of the Muslim, the peace-loving people. What wrong they are doing? If you have a right to access your nuclear weaponry, they have a right to access in a peaceful manner. But no, you have the right to use power, they don't have the right to use power. This is injustice. But now Muslims have to unite in a formal manner. They have to do accordingly to the Quran. They are going against the Quran. See, the early part of Islam was the top. The darkest period of the West was the golden period of the Muslim. Because we are close to the Quran. Now, we are going far away from the Quran. We go back to the Quran. we try to practice our self-Islam, and somehow or the others we will see the change in the society. I hope I try to highlight some of the points of your question. Thank you.
Okay, so I'd like to come in with a question that's written. It's not really on the topic, but it seems that we don't really have any other questions. Okay, so we'll take this in between then. We can think of other questions, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum. My music teacher would like to know why not all kind of music is allowed, for instance instruments. What is the best answer I can give him? He also wants to know which instruments are allowed.
Maybe the brother or the sister asked the question that my sister asked me my teacher asked me the question, why not in Islam you allow the music or musical instrument, and his father wanted to know which musical instrument is allowed in Islam. Islam, as I said earlier, is a complete way of life. What we do, what we listen, what we talk, what we see, everything has a guidelines. Now regarding the instruments, there are some instruments which is permitted in Islam, because the Holy Prophet of Islam is given permission in the wedding ceremony, in the Eid festival. If you just go back to the book of Nikah and in the book of two Eid festivals in Sahih Bukhari, Sahih Muslim, you will find that the duff, one-sided duff, the leather, not with metallic ring, this is permissible in Islam. And the young children, they can sing the songs, not the bad songs, what we hear today, beat it, meaningless song, or some other songs. If you just ponder on the meaning, nonsense, nothing but a nonsense. So we emphasize the brothers and sisters just to listen what is reasonable, what will always lead you towards the truth, towards peace and towards the God. Look, scientific community today, they have come to conclusion that look, this McDonald's food, they title it as a junk food. So even the scientist community also, they give title junk music. You know, if we listen music all the days, you will be amazed on music, you will running on the music. Music, entertainment is also a part of Islam. Which way? Islam has a direction. Don't deviate. You know why alcohol is forbidden in Islam? The whole Europe is running after alcohol. It's intoxicant. Allah the Almighty said, do not be intoxicant so that you lost your thinking, way of thinking. You are driving a car, you cannot drive a car in Europe after drinking alcohol. Your license will be cancelled. Why? Because you are intoxicated. Similar manner, there are guidelines. When you drive the car, you should not use the mobile because you lose your concentration. You can cause harm to yourself, cause harm to others. When you listen to music, those music which are bad, you start always thinking about all these evil things. You know, I love you, I wanted to live with you, and then you start thinking of all of that, and you know what happens at the end. And when you listen about this music, believe me, for the last 2.5 years, I was fully avoided all this nonsensical music. Because the Prophet ﷺ says in Bukhari, I think Hadith 446, that this, the meaningless music and the songs, it create hypocrisy in your heart. So what is permissible, that is there. Without using any instrument, musical instrument, guitar, or the other string music, that is totally forbidden according to the Sunnah, the narrations of the Prophet ﷺ. There is a verse in the Quran which direct to that substance. Surah Luqman chapter 31 verse 6, Allah the Almighty says that look, do not spoil your time by amusement, and the commentator says singing, music, by spending your time in this way. We are human. We should not waste our time just to listen all these nonsensical things. But during the break, there were some good songs. That is also songs using natural sounds, human voice. If 5 or 10 people, 50 people here, if we recite the verse of the Quran or raise our voice in a different manner, that will be music, that will be a song.